Well, we're getting some progress here. So we got two of the sheets of the plywood down, and that makes that floor a lot stronger. Yeah, it's better than this oriented strand board that came with it. And um, I've got another sheet of plywood there, and I'll probably have to go and get another sheet of plywood. And once I get to the door, I'm going to have to make a special cut. And I thought maybe I'd put a toe kick on this, at some point. And let's see how much clearance we got. Once you close the door, turn the light on. Once you close the door, there's not much clearance there. There's a little bit of airspace right there, and I'll have to seal that up somehow. Probably put some kind of board on that area, and that'll take care of that, huh? So, and I've got another roll of the R15 pink Owens Corning fiberglass, and I'm about halfway done with that. So, it just takes time when you're doing this kind of stuff. So, and then I'm going to just use the concrete backer board. I thought originally I just put the concrete backer board behind the washer and dryer, and we got a dehumidifier. Try to find a dehumidifier in a place where the humidity is really low. You have to go to a place where it rains all the time. So when we were up in the Astoria, Oregon area, they had dehumidifiers all over the place. So, yep, okay, well, I'll do another video when I get a little further along. So I'm still in the shed putting this together, and one board is a little thicker than the other, even though they were in the same pile. So I don't know when I have to go get another board, maybe. But see, on that end, it's not as high, but it's still a little higher than the other one. So, and if I put some floor down, I'm going to have to replace that floor with something not quite as wide. So I don't know why it's in the same pile of wood as the other wood, but sometimes the wood's not always the same. How about that? Plus this one over here, maybe it swole up a little bit because you can see it's a little bit darker there. I don't know. Yep, but it was in the same pile. So, yeah. Yeah, it's just a shed, so maybe by the time I put carpet or have one of those, there's things where you can like level the floor out. It's like a liquid, I think, to try that. So, all right. Well, thank you. Bye. This is the Tough Shed, the 8 by 16 foot Tough Shed. I got the last board down. I know that there's this part of the board's missing there. Oh, the top coat of that board. Anyways, it's going to be covered up anyways. I had to make a special cut around the door. So it was, and believe it or not, it's not totally plumb. But I think it turned out okay. Yeah, I think it looks pretty good. Now I do see some daylight over there in that corner, and some daylight over in this corner, and so I'll put some trim around that on the outside part of the door. And there's a little bit of a gap between the door and the board because I'll put a little kick plate there, I think. And yeah, so it's turned out pretty good. Next time I'm going to put more of this insulation up. And then instead of using I'll probably use the concrete backer board around the back part there, with the special screws go with it. But then for the rest of the walls, to dress it up, I'm just going to use beadboard. They're making more headway when it comes to this shed out in our yard. I'll take the mask off. I have a mask on, well, a real thick mask, because of the fiberglass. So I put in 6 more panels, almost to the corner. Up there I'm going to put foam insulation in, you know, the kind of block foam that comes in the sheets. So, and then I started over on this wall to put 2 more on, right there. So, oh, I've got 10 more panels left to do, and I'll be in the corner there. Yeah, there's one over here that I'll have to cut when I get over there. I just hadn't done that insulation yet because of the washer and dryer at that time. Still needed to be put in. So, well, anyways, thanks for watching. Well, I'm getting further along. I have used some of this Artec foam board for up in the center part there because there's a vent there. And if water to wherever to come in a vent like that, I don't want it to get on insulation, but they have plastic vents. I think I've mentioned this before, that come from Tough Shed, but I am going to replace the plastic vent with metal one, and then caulk it. And the concrete backer board is coming along nicely. I didn't do too well over here where that cut was, where the electric switch is, but everything else did okay. The cutout there for the the electrical box turned out okay, and the same for the vent. And then I'll put some caulk around that as well. And then covering this whole concrete backer board, I'm going to put some really nice knotty pine. It's not paneling, but it's like some knotty pine board. So that'll be next. But first I have to finish off up there. I think for the rest, yeah, I guess I could continue more of that foam insulation up there. And I'll do the same thing for the ceiling. So that'll be good. It's 2x4 construction. So so it should be like a, you know, it won't be as high of an R value as the other stuff, but it might work. Who knows? Thanks for watching. So I'm getting toward the corner there. I got the Artec foam insulation with the aluminum siding facing outward on the one side and outward on the inside. So there's 2 layers there, so that gets to the width? No, it's the length of it's, yeah, well, it's the slightly less than 4 inches of a 2x4. So, and then I'm finishing up over there, just some project boards there. But around the washer and dryer, I'm putting this concrete backer board. But not where the washer and dryer are not. So it's coming along. For a few days, I finished the molding up on the top there, well, the cornice area, and now I'm putting in some of this insulation. It's supposed to be, it's the Artec, and it's like 1.5 inches, and I'm putting the silver side up, and also I've been using this window caulking compound. It's a silicone, I think, and I've been putting it in little cracks. See where I put it there. You can see where I put it there. But if you look real close, there's still a gap over here. So I have to go out and buy some more. And there's a nice little gap there on that vent. And in that very corner there, there's a little pinhole gap. I just want to make sure rodents, not rodents, but spiders don't get in here at all. See, there's a little gap right there. You can see some daylight right in through there. So yeah, and then I'll just run it along the very top part there. And I got the 4x8 sheets of that foam insulation. Now, I'm going to push this in here, and then I'll have another one that's like this. I'll cut it to that same size and flip it around so that the insulation, the silver side will be on the up side to on the wall, on the ceiling, and then the downside by where I put the fiberglass. So, yep, I'm getting there. Okay, so I'm working along. I put some insulation up there. I got one wall done. Tomorrow I'm going to put the drywall on this side. It's Christmas Day right now. And then I've got some decorative boards I got to put behind that. Concrete backer board. Hardy board or whatever it's called. And then this mini split will go in. So, starting to get the sheetrock in there on the sidewall. I'd take the dryer or the washer and disconnect it again so I could get behind there. And then I cut it off right at the beam there for the junction box. I tried cutting it for the junction box, and guess what? I was still an inch and off an inch each way, and I'm like, oh, what am I doing wrong? Yeah, but it's kind of long. So I got 4 sheets of drywall. That'll give me something to work with for today. Getting further along. This is the wall by the door. So I put this, it's double layered. I have the first 1.5 inches of foam with the silver side facing outside, and the second layer 1.5 inches foam facing towards the inside with the silver facing towards the inside. I'm going to finish that corner over there.